Here's your top 5 in the Crown Royal 400 after 133 laps. Kevin Harvick continues to lead. The battle is at 6th place. Jeff Gordon, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch.
I just think that transition you talked about, Darrell, this racetrack went through when it really turned dark. I think the 24 car, either they went the wrong way with adjustments on the last stop, or they've kind of not kept up with the right adjustments.
Car looked like it loved the new tires they put on it. Ran good for about 10 laps, and now it's backing up. So whatever they did, they need to undo.
We listened in on Jeff Gordon and his team.
It's looser up off.
Just keep doing your best with it.
Denny Hamlin, local hero.
Now that's not really what I want to hear as a driver. I'm doing the best I can do all the time. I need some help. Tell me what you're going to do to help me. Don't tell me to do my best, because I'm always going to do my best.
Well, Mr. Driver, you can wait till a caution, or you can just bring it on in now. What you want to do?
Well, I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
I can promise you that.
On the left, Kevin Harvick in traffic. And Casey Mears started 3rd, but now he had a spin behind Jeff Green's spin, and now Mears goes a lap down. And on the right, the battle for 6th place. Now that Denny Hamlin has gone on, Gordon's trying to hold off Kyle Busch, his teammate, and Jeff Burton.
If there's a man that wants to see a caution right now, it's Casey Kane in that 9 car, because he would make one of his laps up by being in front of the leader when the caution came out.
Right. If he gets passed, because Harvick is now lapping cars, he would no longer be eligible for the free pass.
Yeah, like right now, if the caution came out, Casey Mears in the 42 would get the free pass. He's 1 lap down. We're riding with Jeff Burton here in the 31 car, guy that ran a close second to his teammate Kevin Harvick, who's leading this race in the Busch race last night.
Now, last night he looked a lot like the 5 of Busch down on the bottom, trying to get by somebody, I forget who it was. That bottom is a hard row to hoe, buddy, when you're down there pinned down by the car on the outside. Whoa! Man, that 5 looked like he got sideways there when he drove right up in front of his teammate.
But I'm going to tell you what, Jeff Burton in that 31, did he ever bail that thing off in the turn 3 and it stuck in the high side? He just cleared them all and said, boys, I'm tired of fighting this deal.
Well, Burton spent 5 laps behind this crowd, and I think finally decided he had to go.
Well, I think what really helped the situation is Jeff Gordon has decided, I want these people off my back bumper, and he's moving down out of the way, too.
I've had enough being loose and them back there aggravating.
Worrying me to death.
So Burton,
I'm doing the best I can.
Burton, Busch, the 25 go by, Vickers, and so does Ryan Newman. Meanwhile, Junior and Biffle now fight for 2nd. They are 1 second behind Kevin Harvick.
Comes old Blue down there on the bottom, too. The Blue Deuce is on the loose.
Looking back at Kurt Busch now in that 2 car, back in the 4th position.
And the traffic is about to get heavier for our leaders.
In that traffic, they'll be driving like desperate men trying to stay on the lead lap.
Fast cars coming. Could be trouble. Spotters are on there. Crew chiefs are on there. You got to pick it up.
Mayfield a lap down again. Jeff Green 1 down, and now Harvick goes to work on Michael Waltrip's Napa Dodge, while 2nd place is side by side.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 8 Budweiser car just turns it to the bottom, clears Greg Biffle. He'll take the 2nd spot away. They're a little over a second behind our leader, Kevin Harvick.
I tell you what, I mentioned it a little bit ago, that 48 car, he's just, there he goes, and here they come. I mean, he is getting ready to go a lap down here, boys, if something doesn't happen.
About 2 seconds in front of our leader, Kevin Harvick.
You can see that Casey in the 9 got through the traffic a little better than Harvick did. Of course, they know Casey's not the leader, so they're not going to race him quite as hard as like Michael is Kevin right now. But there comes the 48 right there, and that's how close he is to going lap down, boys.
Yeah, it's less than half a straightaway from Jimmy Johnson back to Kevin Harvick. So Johnson, here's Harvick.
Whatever adjustments they made, Larry, certainly didn't help him any.
It's like he gave up that track position up there in the top 15, 12, and just he's not went anywhere.
Biffle continues to fall as Kurt Busch comes up to challenge for third.
You know, this is by far the longest run that we've had with these guys on the same tires. They have been out there 80 laps with some cautions, and it's like Greg's car maybe is just not quite as good on the long run as like Kurt Busch in the 2, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car. Starting to lose some positions, and you see Mark Martin in the 6, Biffle's teammate, pulling up into the equation as well, back there in 5th spot.
Hamlin is 6th, Burton 7th, Kyle Busch, Vickers, and Newman the top 10.
Whole lot of racing going on.
Feeling racy?
Feeling good.
156 laps in here at Richmond. Kevin Harvick, who has led only a total of 20 laps coming into this race, has dominated tonight. What about the winner of this race last time? Casey Kane started to fall back after running in the top 10 because of a spark plug wire malfunction. Fell as far as 5 laps down, trying to make his way back into the race. Harvick, after Biffle was on the pole and led the most laps, taking the lead on lap 73. Remember, he won the Busch race here on Friday night. Matt Kenseth, 2nd in points, coming in behind Jimmy Johnson, currently running 2nd until a hole in his oil tank.
Yeah, you see the creamer checking underneath there. Robbie Reiser, come on, guys, we got to fix this thing. They broke a brake rotor, punched the hole in the oil tank, had to effect repairs. He's back on the track.
Meanwhile, a show on FX, Rescue Me. Kevin LePage might want to call Dennis Leary on this one. Kevin was okay in the 61 car, but what's causing that fire? Is that oil burning?
That's oil all over the headers right there. But here on the track just a minute ago, Jamie Murray goes down in the turn, and all of a sudden the one car gets loose, and Martin Truex, he goes up the racetrack, and Jamie Murray says, "Thank you, I'll see you later."
McMurray up to 18th. Truex currently running 19th.
But one of the key things right now, take a look at what's going on here with Kevin Harvick. He has just gotten past Casey Kane once again, but now he is zeroing in and drawing a bead on our point leader up in front of him, the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson. They're struggling tonight, and Kevin Harvick looks like he's going to try to take advantage of it and put him down a lap.
And not sure exactly what's wrong with the points leader in the 48 team. Let's rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
I know what's wrong. That 29 car, Larry, he is on a mission.
Yes, he is. And you know what? When you've been on the roll he's been on, and you look out your windshield, you see the points leader, you start licking those chops.
Oh, yeah. Man. I mean, he's driving like it's 10 laps to go.
Tony Stewart has pulled the cord, and he just drove past Jeff Gordon and Carl Edwards within the last 3 laps. Now he sets off after Clint Boyer, who is the 11th place car in the 07. So Stewart has come to life.
Well, Mike, I think back to last week, and I don't know how many times I said, boy, Tony's driving a race that's sort of uncharacteristic. Lay in back, wasn't really up near the front, but when it came time to go, what did he do?
He went. I'm going to tell you another car that's been going. Bobby Labonte in this 43 car qualified back in the 35th position. He just drove by Jeff Gordon to take over the 13th spot. So this car has been making his way to the front all night long.
And Carl Edwards was right in the thick of this battle, the Office Depot Ford. But coming off turn 2 alongside Stewart, Edwards slipped and lost a couple of spots. Now he's regaining momentum and moves around Jeff Gordon to 14th.
And right behind Carl Edwards in the 99 is Sterling Marlin in the 14 car. May the 8th, 2 days from now, will be his 30th anniversary. Nashville Speedway, 1976. He made his first start, DW.
I was there.
Were you racing against him?
I was racing against him, but listen, think about Phoenix. Man finished 12th in that car. This track is so similar, same tire, same everything. His short track program has been pretty darn good.
Even ran good at Martinsville. Yeah, he said there, told us on trackside, struggling at the 1.5-mile, 2-mile fast racetracks with this new setup package, but pretty solid on the short tracks.
Yeah, if you talk to him very much about any other track, he'll talk about coil buying. That's all he talks about. It's got him all puzzled.
It's a great story about Marlin's first run at Talladega. He was going to drive for his dad, and they're all the families at the dinner table. And Cuckoo says to his wife, "Pass the mashed potatoes. Sterling's going to run Talladega."
Yeah.
That was the end of the conversation right there.
Tell you what, Harvick, though, is reeling in our points leader, Jimmy Johnson, in the 48 car. Right now, Johnson in the 30th spot. And just to update the people that just joined us, about 60 or 70 laps ago, a caution came out. Most of the leaders stayed out, but Jimmy Johnson, Chad Knaus in the 48 car, decided to make a pit stop, restarted back in 30th, and he has absolutely went nowhere from there.
Well, now, Larry, he should be able to stay out on the racetrack a teeny bit longer than, say, Harvick and some of the lead cars can because of that late stop.
And speaking of Harvick, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch, all of our leaders, we're about 10 to 15 laps away from what would be a green flag stop.
Now, Johnson's laps are only about 3/10 slower than Kevin Harvick's, but here he is at 167 laps going 1 lap down. One of his teammates not faring much better. Here is Jeff Gordon in 15th place, Steve.
And Mike Joy, he's frustrated right now. He wasn't that long ago. He was running in the top 5, and as you said, dropped all the way down to 15th. He just told crew chief Steve Letarte he's tried to change his line. He's tried to run the high side, but he just can't do it. He's too loose. As soon as he picks up that throttle and all the way off the corner.
Thanks, Steve. Kevin Harvick leads Dale Earnhardt Jr. by 2.6 seconds. Harvick, a winner last night, trying to do the double in Virginia.
I want the cup.